you doing? This is King Kevin in the building, baby. Now, I know you all are very familiar with what's happening right now throughout the country. Philly, New York, Cali, Atlanta, and with the protests in regards to the way George Floyd had got murdered, killed in Minneapolis, which is very unfortunate. And my condolences to him, his family, and also to Ahmaud Arbery. I've been telling you guys for the past, God knows how long, that as black people, we are prisoners of war here in the United States. I don't care if you have a master's degree, doctor's degree, attorney, marketing director, such as myself, or whatever, or you living in the slums, in the hood, you're still black. And so this country doesn't respect you the way we deserve to be respected and treated equally like everyone else. Now, I understand the rage and the anger that everyone is facing right now. I understand it completely. I've been part of protests. I've led protests. I do understand. Back 2006, when we had that protest in Jena 6 in Louisiana, I was there. It was 200,000 of us protesting along the streets of Jena, Louisiana, because these 6 teenagers were wrongfully convicted. And so we got them back into school. That was a successful protest. What's going on right now is people just looking for opportunities to loot, to steal, to cause chaos, to disturb the peace. That's what they're doing. It's organizations who are part of this. So those of you like me who are frustrated and want to let our voices be heard and get some sort of productive result from our protesting and marching, that is not happening. Because these people, these organizations, whoever they are there to cause the fires. They are there to spray paint the buildings and things of that nature so that martial law can be enacted. Now, the last time they had martial law in the United States was in 1954 in Alabama, when an attorney was killed right in front of his law firm, and the city was already going crazy. In 2007, George Bush passed a law that allows the President of the United States to call for martial law and not the local governor. So they can supersede the governor. So President Trump will go ahead and say, hey, send in the troops, which I'm surprised hasn't happened yet. And I'm quite sure it's going to happen before the sun goes down today, May 31st, 2020. I want to plead with you all to stop the madness. The protesting that many of you all are doing has nothing to do with George Floyd, nothing to do with justice or Black Lives Matter. Now, it seems as if there's some sort of hidden agenda where they want us to act as crazy as we can so they can pass these laws and acts that they've been wanting to pass. For one, putting chips in everybody. I used to think that, and I truly believe that once 9/11 took place, after that they needed one more tragic event, one more terroristic event to happen, then they will go ahead and put chips in everybody. And now they're talking about it since the coronavirus, and now with this madness, now it's looking close to it. Also, putting some sort of national identification card. That's going to get passed, believe it or not. And if you don't have your passports, you better hustle up and get your passports, because things are going to change, especially when it comes to traveling and international trade, which is already happening. We are in a new world. It is official. It's no longer some sort of conspiracy theory. It's no longer some sort of belief. It is happening. We are seeing it. When you're watching the news or you go online and you check out the articles, the videos of what's happening, it is no longer going to be the same type of world that we were in before. People are acting very ignorant, and it behooves you to stay home. Do not believe the hype and just go out there and march and protest, because most of them are not organized. Now, if it's an organized protest, of course, there's churches doing a New Birth, just had one this afternoon. There's a couple organizations having protests right at their churches. Don't have to be these big mega churches. They have their own peaceful protests. They walk in front of, in Palm Beach County, they walk in front of downtown, in front of the courthouse. I've been at the downtown courthouse before. Throughout places in Georgia, New York, there are peaceful protests happening where the voices are being heard, and that is productive. This is what we're doing right now. With the fires, the looting, the burning, the stealing, the killing, the throwing rocks and things like that at the authorities, that is counterproductive. You're going to get yourself shot, you're going to get yourself killed, you're going to get yourself maced, and then you're going to blame it on injustice, when it's really just the ignorant ones that are amongst the crowd. Do not follow these people. Stay yourselves at home if you're not going to join a positive protest, and be mindful that there are powerful people behind the scenes in this New World Order agenda that are probably planning this whole thing out. They wanted this reaction to happen. They knew it's just a matter of time before some other police killing becomes viral. And you know what really bothers me, and I really was thinking about it too? What if half of this energy, half the effort that people are putting in, hundreds of thousands of people around the country are protesting against police brutality? What about the black on black crime? What about the fact that since 1970 there have been literally nearly 280,000 black men being killed by other black men? Why were you not protesting in front of the houses of these dope dealers, selling cracks and heroin and all these other things to our children and women and people in the community, demoralizing the whole neighborhood? Why are we not doing that on those gangbangers who are doing drive-bys, who we know they're doing it? Why are we not protesting like that? Why is it that only when things are nationally televised we want to say something? So I want to give a shout out to all those unsung heroes who've been on the front lines, who've been fighting for our communities, who've been fighting for our children, our youth programs, and the community center programs to keep our youth off the streets because they want to reduce the crime in their neighborhoods. All this BS going on, this stupidity, this foolishness, this the debauchery, because that's what it is uncalled for. And I live in the city of Atlanta. And I've always known Atlanta to be a beautiful and special city. And for us to allow these people, these foreigners who are not even from the city of Atlanta, they come here, they're visiting, or they here as spies to instigate agitators, to cause the fires, to cause the break-ins. Now they're terrorizing. And by the way, once martial law is enacted, which it will happen, everyone who's arrested, you're going to be in court-martial. You're going to be court-martialed, meaning that you're not going to be in regular county jail. You're going to go to a military court, which is much harder to prove your innocence. So if you think this is a game, play with it. I am appalled by the fact that the videos that I'm seeing, the articles that I'm reading, there are these white people in these protests screaming Black Lives Matter, and they're the ones throwing bricks in these buildings, looting these places. They're the ones that setting the fires. They're the one taking spray paint and painting Black Lives Matter all over these businesses. If Black Lives really did matter, why we speak up when people like Sharice Iverson, who was killed in a bathroom stall by some white guy? Why we ain't doing that for these other individuals who were killed innocently by these racists? We should have been protesting like this when it happened to Ahmaud Arbery. We should have been catching police stations on fire. Now the fact that all these quote unquote protesters are out and loose, the demons are loose, you guys better get armed and protected for your homes and communities. And I'm so serious, because it's only a matter of time before our neighborhoods gonna be start to get looted by these thieves and people looking for opportunities. Watch out for your children as well, because our children will be attacked as well, being kidnapped for sex trafficking. You know, women will be terrorized as well, sexually assaulted, doing these things that actually is already happening. So I want you guys to be very, very careful and be mindful of what you're doing. Because most of you claim this is for the protesting against police brutality and Black Lives Matter, when really Black lives don't matter to most of you anyway. Because if Black lives did matter, my nonprofit organization, the Courage to Be International, we would receive more than just a couple $100 in donations when we were hosting our solutions panels to save Black lives. Where were you guys then? You couldn't even like the pictures or share the post. Let them know donate $1, but you want to sit here screaming Black Lives Matter. Black lives has to matter to us. I don't care if Black lives matter to Europeans or the polices. Black lives have to matter to black people. We have to love ourselves. We have to edify ourselves. We have to empower ourselves. We have to enrich ourselves. Ariana Jones, the young lady, the young girl, she was what, 8, 9 years old, who got killed in her living room by a police officer. And by the way, he was acquitted by that. We should have been protesting when that happened in Detroit. So don't be sitting here screaming Black Lives Matter when we're not even evaluating our own lives in our own communities. Yeah, I'm pissed off too what happened to George Floyd and Ahmaud Arbery and Trayvon Martin, Philando Castile, Corey Jones. I could go on and on and on and on with all these names. Black lives have to matter to us. We have to be the ones to be the vanguard of our community. Stop the protests, the unorganized protests. If you're going to be part of a protest, I'm going to say this again. If you're going to be part of a protest, join an organized protest that's not out there destroying what our tax dollars are paying for. People down there, downtown Atlanta, destroying downtown, and these companies have nothing to do with the police brutality. These are hard-working husbands and wives, entrepreneurs, women and men who grind hard, who bust their ass to put up these buildings. Y'all gonna have the nerve come set it on fire? Throw bricks through their windows for what? What about the jobs that's gonna get lost? What Black lives are gonna matter then? Who's gonna pay these people mortgages and rents and put food on their table to feed their kids? Who's gonna help them pay their children's tuitions? Come on now, use your mind, use your brain, baby. This ain't justice. We gotta care about us. Forget if they don't care about us. We gotta care about us, and we will force them to care about us. We will force them to see Black Lives Matter. Man, King Kevin Dorival, I'm out, baby. Hey, y'all stay safe, for real. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is King Kevin Dorival, the author of The Courage to Believe, Never Give Up, Keep Moving Forward, 7 Types of Queens, King's Desire, and The Win in the Mirror, Activating Your Superpowers, Mind, Body, and Spirit. Please visit my website, kevindorival.com, and it's been a blessing. Have a great one. Be blessed and be safe. Thank you.